Right now at 10, a Sparta teen is arrested in connection to an investigation into the sale of drugs to kids. And a new GOP-backed gun law would set a mandatory minimum for felons caught carrying a gun. Democrats say it would worsen inequalities. Plus, women helping women. We meet a group of ladies building a Habitat for Humanity's house for a single mother.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Tonight, a Sparta teen is in custody in connection to an investigation into the sale of drugs to minors. 18-year-old Brandon Rand of Sparta was arrested this week on police charges of possession with intent to deliver THC and psilocin. He also faces charges of maintaining a drug trafficking place. The arrest is part of an ongoing investigation by the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. Deputies and Sparta police searched 2 homes in Sparta on Wednesday, and according to a release, police found more than 45 pounds of marijuana and a large amount of hallucinogenic mushrooms. Police estimate the value at more than $125,000. They also found $30,000 in cash. This investigation is ongoing, and the Sheriff's Office says others may soon be charged. Wisconsin state Republicans are proposing a bill that would set a minimum 5-year prison sentence for carrying a gun with a felony record. State law already prohibits a person convicted of a felony from owning a gun, but right now 5 years in prison is the maximum penalty. There's no minimum sentence currently in existing. Now, some law enforcement groups already support this bill and argue people convicted of felonies will think twice about carrying a firearm. Critics say the bill will worsen inequalities in the state's criminal justice system. Meantime, Assembly Republicans say felons need to know the legislature is serious about making communities safer.
Well, our active pattern continues. In fact, our most recent storm dropped anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of snow in most of our viewing area, including about 5 to 6 inches in the La Crosse area. Now, this weekend, yet another round of snow. It looks to develop later tomorrow into tomorrow evening, then especially be persistent tomorrow night. Still a chance of lingering snow showers throughout the day on Sunday. Snow accumulations with this one looks to range from about 1 to 5 inches, with the best chances for those higher totals to the north and east of Interstate 94. Now tonight, mainly cloudy but dry, just a few flurries over towards Mason City, but looking off to the west, you can already see that next batch of precipitation moving across the front range of Wyoming and Montana into parts of the Dakotas and far western Minnesota. Current temperatures upper 20s to lower 30s, and we will see lows tonight around 27 degrees with fairly light winds. Weekend forecast, snow develops late in the day tomorrow into tomorrow night. I'll call tomorrow night an alert night, if you will, due to travel impacts that are possible. 35 for the day on Saturday, and then that chance of lingering snow showers on Sunday, highs around 34 degrees. We'll dive a little bit deeper into details with this weekend system in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks very much, Bill. Back on the news side of things, an outside party is appointed to help negotiations between the city of La Crosse and the local transit union. Back in January, the Amalgamated Transit Union Local 519 picketed, asking for higher wages, better working conditions, and better hours. And the city of La Crosse is in negotiations for a 3-year contract with the union, but the talks are deadlocked. The Wisconsin Employment Relations Commission has appointed an arbitrator from Middleton. There may be a public hearing if any 5 La Crosse residents file a petition requesting a hearing by March 20th. International Women's Week celebrates women across the world, and one part of the week-long celebration focuses on helping other women. A group of ladies in the Coulee region are taking that to a different level. News 8 Now's Dua Israr introduces us to Women Build.
On the outside, this may look like any ordinary house, but on the inside, it's being turned into a home by this group of women builders. The hands holding these power tools don't belong to your average construction company. This is Women Build.
Yeah. That was good. It's a great opportunity for women to learn from each other, to collaborate alongside each other, and to get experience on a construction site.
Every International Women's Week, Habitat for Humanity offers women a chance to get their work boots on and start drilling. There's a purpose behind every saw, spackle, and screw.
Women helping women.
Once every drywall is up and every room is finished, this home will go to a nurse and single mom of 4.
A real opportunity for people to give back, and seeing people take part in the construction of that home is really exciting.
For volunteers like Dee Dee Nelson,
I'm learning a lot.
this is a chance to take charge.
It's always nice to have full independence as much as you can.
I'm looking for a 4-foot level.
40 women from all over the Coulee region. They're building more than just a home.
I've got a few in the living room.
These women are building a strong community to lead.
Thank you.
Reporting in West Salem, Dua Shrek, News 8 Now.
And women who are interested in being a part of Women Build can sign up at La Crosse's Habitat for Humanity website. We've got that info posted on news8000.com. Western Technical College is helping young professionals dress to impress. During a collection event with multiple collection drives, community members dropped off formal clothing donations. Students organized the different clothing items for their upcoming Suits for Success donation drive. The event on March 22nd will help both students and people in the community nail that job interview.
And that is free and open to the public. Anyone in the community can come to the Suits for Success event and get some free clothes for either interviewing or just professional clothing to wear to work.
Suits for Success will also have medical scrubs available. Still ahead, a California bank collapses, the largest since Washington Mutual fell in 2008. Plus, a new ice cream flavor for Hidden Valley Ranch's biggest fans. The date it hits Walmart's freezers, still ahead.
Ashley's Orange event is happening for 3 days only, March 10th through the 12th. Get 60 months, no interest, no minimum, and no down payment. Each day, the first 25 people in the store receive $100 Ashley cash, plus giveaways throughout the day. Only at Ashley.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Ashley's biggest mattress event of the year, happening now through March 12th. For 3 days only, shop the Orange event for Ashley Sleep Doorbusters. Your choice of comfort. Queens at $399.99. Kings at $499.99. Plus 60 months, no interest. Only at Ashley.
Silicon Valley Bank, a lender to tech companies, collapsed today after failing to raise enough money to end its capital crisis. It marks the largest closure of a bank in the U.S. since 2008, when Washington Mutual fell. SVB's situation set off fears of a meltdown across the banking industry over the last 2 days. Roku says it was holding 26% of its cash in SVB. Most of their deposits were uninsured, so Roku isn't sure how much cash they'll be able to get back. In the meantime, California regulators have shut down the bank and put it in control of the FDIC. A new report shows the U.S. job market remains strong, but the positive news could lead to higher interest rates. CBS's Willie James Inman reports from Washington.
Restaurants and many other industries continue to bring on more workers. The Labor Department says overall the economy added 311,000 jobs in February, nearly 100,000 more than expected. The unemployment rate rose from a 53-year low of 3.4% to 3.6%. as more Americans started searching for work.
They're coming off the sidelines. They're getting back into the job market.
On balance, I think this is a good jobs report, but it may be a little too good for the likes of the Federal Reserve.
Bankrate senior economic analyst Mark Hamrick says that's because the Federal Reserve has been raising interest rates to slow down the job market and economy to ease inflation. Earlier this week, Fed Chairman Jerome Powell told Congress the board will continue to raise rates.
Without price stability, the economy does not work for anyone.
The Fed's strategy is having an effect on certain aspects of the economy, including businesses that lend money.
Bank stocks are taking a hit on Wall Street. especially those that offer loans to tech companies, an industry in the midst of layoffs.
I was part of the Meta layoffs this morning.
Alejandra Hernandez lost her job at Meta in November. She's documenting her job search on TikTok, and it hasn't been easy.
I do try to submit around 5 to 10 applications a week.
I'm also a professional event planner, giving tips and advice to everybody getting married.
Hernandez started a wedding content side hustle. She's hoping to expand that business even as she seeks out other opportunities. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
Meanwhile, those suffering from frequent migraines will soon have something new to try to relieve headaches fast. Pfizer says the FDA approves its new nasal spray for adults. The drug manufacturer says the spray is called Zavzpret and is considered a rapid rescue treatment. Pfizer says the spray could relieve pain within 15 minutes. The new drug uses some of the same chemical mechanisms as other migraine meds on the market, but may be better for those who get nausea with migraines and can't swallow pills. And if the thought of a migraine doesn't make you nauseated enough, there's a new way to get your ranch fix in ice cream. Yeah, Hidden Valley is teaming up with Van Leeuwen Ice Cream. Ranch isn't the only flavor getting chilled. You can also keep an eye out for sweet maple cornbread, blood orange chocolate chip, and carrot cake, among others. Companies say the ranch ice cream will showcase the flavors of the dressing with buttermilk, herbs, and a touch of sweetness. You can grab a pint at Walmart beginning March 20th if you're so bold. Well, the West Coast isn't really catching a break right now. A severe weather system is being blamed for 2 deaths already and is expected to last into next week.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. A piece of energy from out west will move across the northern plains and into the upper Midwest this weekend with yet another round of snow for the region. I'll have all the details with my 8-day forecast after the break.
I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
I won't handle your divorce.
I do know a few things about personal injury law.
All I do is help injured people get the compensation they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
At Cooley Auto, we care about making buying and servicing your cars an effortless process. From our fair pricing to our friendly staff, we are accountable to the Cooley region and are now focused on offering you the best service possible with Cooley Auto Service Center. Cooley Auto Service Center is engaged in providing you with honest, affordable, and reliable service. Service you need, care you deserve. Find out more at CooleyAuto.com.
Connection. It's baked into everything we do. And with Perkins Butcher Block, it's a great time to gather around the table. Starting at just $9.99, dig into all our mouth-watering favorites. And don't forget a fresh baked pie from our bakery. Order online at PerkinsToGo.com.
Hey, think fast. You gotta think fast during tournament time at Osseo Automotive because the great deals won't be on the court for long.
We have over 100 new Fords in stock. Broncos, F-150s, Super Duties, Escapes, Explorers, and more. Stretching from Osseo to Fountain City. 0% financing, huge discounts, and a great inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles. Osseo Automotive is Osseo Ford and Nels Gunderson Chevrolet in Osseo, Rudy's in Whitehall, and Fountain City Ford.
Team,
you earned this moment.
this was not our finest moment.
Now let's go to McDonald's.
There's a deal for every celebration at McDonald's. Enjoy 20-piece chicken McNuggets for just $6.
Sexual assault of an 11-year-old. No prison time. He raped a military veteran, left her for dead. Just 2.5 years. Raped a mentally disabled 14-year-old. Probation. How the heck did this happen? Janet Protasewicz.
If you could go back in time, would you have ruled any differently? I would say no.
Really? No time in prison?
I would say no.
Protasewicz set violent criminals free. Again and again. Tell Judge Protasewicz, stop protecting criminals.
I've practiced personal injury law for 4 years.
For 20 years.
For 32 years.
All I do every day
is help injured people get the compensation that they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
Visit the Early Bird Home Show, going on now at the Ford Store Home Improvements. Lowest prices of the year on your 2023 project. Windows, bathrooms, and more. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
California is once again being hit with a severe weather system expected to last into next week. President Biden approved a disaster declaration to bring federal assistance, and the storm is being blamed for at least 2 deaths. Our Danya Bacchus has the latest.
Rushing waters washed away this road in SoCal, California, the only way in or out of one neighborhood of about 200 homes.
It's unimaginable. I just could not believe. If you told me this was going to occur, never.
Crews work to clear the debris and look for ways to help residents cross the trench.
You know, I'm prepared. I have plenty of food. As long as the power doesn't go out, I'm good.
Thousands around the state are under evacuation orders. This river in Kern County coming right up to houses and submerging this park.
If you're told to evacuate, please do so as soon as possible. Never drive through barricades or road closures.
The storm is a so-called atmospheric river and is expected to last into next week.
Please help your neighbors, clearing some debris around the house, maybe snow around the house.
East of Sacramento, the rain is adding to the heavy snow and destroying some buildings, like Marlene Ruth's Stahl Museum.
This is just stuff. It's stuff. It's not my life, but it would have killed me.
California has been in a drought for several years, but the deluge has put dam levels well above what's needed. Officials are now releasing water to prevent more flooding. Danya Backus, CBS News.
State weather officials say another severe system is already in the forecast for early next week, with more possible forming farther out in the Pacific. In the meantime, another storm system headed the Coulee region's way for this weekend. Let's head over to our Chief Meteorologist Bill Groff for the latest.
Yeah, much of the country has been active over the past several weeks, including right here in the upper Midwest. So let's get right to it. We'll head outside through CityCam. Now, tonight will be quiet with a mainly cloudy sky. High temperature today, 35 after a morning low of 28. Averages are 43 and 24. 67, the record high, and 5 below the record low. And there's the precipitation since midnight last night, just under 1/10 of an inch of liquid and 1.8 inches of snow. The storm total ranging from 5 to 6 inches in the La Crosse area. So that brings our seasonal snowfall almost up to 50 inches, and that is about 10.5 inches above average. Precipitation-wise, it's been a very wet start to 2023. 5.26 inches of liquid. That is 2.28 inches above average. So drought conditions across the region. What drought conditions? All right, cloudy, 32 degrees out at the airport, 33 here at the station, 31 for you folks in Eau Claire with a cloudy sky, a slight wind chill of 25 degrees. So temperatures pretty uniform across the northern tier states, generally 20s across the Dakotas. Most of our area still in the lower 30s, although a couple of 20s, 29 in Viroqua, Preston, and over towards Rochester. And again, winds are fairly light, so wind chill's not a big concern this evening. So skies are cloudy. The storm system from last night and early this morning now well to our east, but again, hot on its heels. Another chunk of energy moving across the northern plains, and this is the one that's going to bring our next round of snow later tomorrow night, and into our Sunday as well. Not tonight, though, just cloudy skies, and a good portion of our Saturday is going to be dry, but by about mid-afternoon, this is 3 o'clock, you can see that snow knocking on the door of our western counties and then reaching the La Crosse area, most likely by dinner time. And tomorrow night is when things will be most persistent in terms of snowfall. So that's why tomorrow night will be an alert night for travel impacts, as also being the nighttime hours, the snow could accumulate on the roadways. And then on Sunday, that low kind of spins across the area. We'll have to watch where this deformation zone sets up in terms of snow bands. Right now, it looks like it's going to stay just to the north and east of Interstate 94. That's where there could be the most snow out of this, 5 inches plus, up towards maybe Clark and Taylor counties, over towards Wausau. 3, 4, maybe 5 inches up along and north of the I-94 corridor. 1, 2, maybe 3 inches of snow for the rest of us. That's the way it's looking right now, and that would be storm total from tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and into the day on Sunday. So where the best chances exist for 3 to 5 inches of snow, Rusk and Chippewa counties, the Weather Service has a winter weather advisory for those areas from later tomorrow afternoon through Sunday night. But again, we'll have to watch those counties kind of near and north of Interstate 94, see if any of these counties need to be added to that advisory due to potential travel impacts at times. So for tonight, mainly cloudy but dry, 27 for the low. For our Saturday, cloudy with maybe a mix at the onset, but snow develops late in the afternoon or into tomorrow evening, 35 for the high. Lingering snow showers on Sunday, a high of 34. Don't forget daylight saving time starts early Sunday morning, so spring forward an hour before you head to bed Saturday night. Chilly to start next week, 30s for highs, back in the 40s by the middle of the week. Could see some rain showers, maybe mixing with snow showers Thursday night and into St. Patrick's Day of later next week.
All right, thanks very much, Bill.
Okay.
Still ahead in sports, it's an end of an era for one of Minnesota's most beloved Vikings, and it's hectic on the hardwood. Boys basketball sectionals across the region, while Blair Taylor girls shining in the state semifinals. Cade's got it all next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Whether you need routine care or specialty care, Mayo Clinic Health System offers the best options for care where and when you and your family needs it.
There's never been a better time to enjoy quality Flex Steel furniture than right now during the Flex Steel Factory Authorized Sale at Drury's in Fountain. You'll save on the latest casual sofas, chairs that say, "Take me home," stunning sectionals, even luxurious leather sofas and recliners. Every Flex Steel style is included in your choice of over 2,000 designer fabrics and leathers, all at the best prices of the year. Unlimited choices, big savings, and special 12-month interest-free financing. It's happening now at Drury's in Fountain.
Every piece of land has a story written by those who work it. Like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy. Or the Upshaws, who DIY all the time. While the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
Talk to the John Deere experts at Tractor Central to find out which equipment is just right for your property. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
A convicted felon kidnapped and raped a 15-year-old girl, abducting her off the street in broad daylight. Judge Janet Protasewicz could have sentenced him to 20 years. Instead, she put him back on our streets.
What detractors would say is you having been soft on a violent sexual crime.
I would say that that's ridiculous. Judge Protasewicz puts our families at risk, and putting her on our Supreme Court, that's what's ridiculous. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
We've got day 2 of the girls' state basketball tournament. A big Division 5 matchup had our own Rob Schiff up bright and early this morning. Rob, how'd it go?
What a wild ride it's been for the Wildcats of Blair Taylor this season. The girls basketball team has been on an absolute mission since the opening tip back in November. The Wildcats are 27-1 up to this point, and for the first time in the history of the program, the Blair Taylor girls are in the state tournament. Here we go, Division 5 semifinal. Wildcats on the big stage taking on Wabeno Leona, and early on, BT feeling it from 3. Kirsten Kinchy in the corner buries the triple. Wildcats open up on a 7-0 run. Later in the half, nice cross-court pass from Lindsey Steen to Abby Thompson. Same spot, same result for the senior. Blair Taylor up 10. And the connection continues. Steen finding Thompson again. Abby puts her squad up 13. It's 17-4 Wildcats. And how about Kinchy? All 9 of her points coming in the first half, but they were big buckets. The senior knocking down back-to-back threes. Wildcats up 19 at the break. Second half, more of the same. The Steen-Thompson connection on full display. A game-high 18 points on the night for Thompson. And then Steen continuing to find the open shooter. She had 7 dimes. Here's one of them to Lexi Lofgren for the corner 3. Wildcats in complete control, up 20. And this duo is a joy to watch. Steen and Thompson making it look easy. All Wildcats in the state semifinal. They cruise to the win 55-26. Steen and Thompson combining for 34 of the team's 55 points. And after the game, the two seniors talked about their chemistry on the court.
Well, we've been playing basketball for a long time together, and that always helps. And just always being around each other and being around our team. We've all played basketball for a long time together, and that just helps in the long run. Yeah, I think our whole team just clicks like that. We all rely on each other very well, and we know that each other are going to step up when we need it. So I think like with us 9 seniors, we just want to come out here and have fun and play basketball, and we're not really worried about anything else.
A dominant performance from the Wildcats on Friday, and now the stage is set for Saturday. It'll be Blair Taylor taking on McDonald Central in the D5 state final game. Right after that, the Blue Goals will be looking for their first state title in 4 years as Aquinas goes head-to-head with Laconia. A jam-packed championship Saturday. I cannot wait. That's going to do it from Green Bay. Kay, let's go back to you.
Alrighty, sounds good, Rob. We'll hear more from you tomorrow. Now, all of our boys' sectional finals are set for tomorrow, except for one. The winner of Hillsborough and Royal will take on the winner of Wazeeka-Steuben and Potosi for a chance at state. Both of those games were moved to tonight. Let's start down in Richland Center. Hillsborough and Royal, 2 familiar foes facing off for the 3rd time this year. First half coming to a close. Royal trying to get one last shot off. That's Jacob Dragon laying it in as the clock hits 0. We go to halftime, Royal up 8, and then in the second half, the Panthers would pull away. Tucker Wilds showing off his post moves. He'd have 18 points on the night, and the Panthers move on to the sectional final. And down in Prairie du Chien, Wazeeka-Steuben in the lead. First half coming to an end, and check out Seth Bunders. Fights off the double team, fade away, cash. Bunders goes straight to the locker room as the Hornets go up 10 at the break. And in the second half, more Bunders. The future UW Platteville Pioneer was on fire all night long. He would score 53 of the team's 84 points. As Wazeeka-Steuben wins by 30, they'll take on Royal tomorrow for a shot at state. Over in Minnesota, the Caledonia girls basketball team was battling Goodhue for a shot at the state tournament, but the Warriors fall short 78-58, and their season comes to an end. In the NBA, Timberwolves taking on the Nets, and Naz Reid sends this game to overtime at the buzzer. What a shot from him. But in overtime, Lightning did not strike twice. Anthony Edwards to Mike Conley. The shot a bit off, and the Timberwolves fall at home 114-111. In the NFL, Adam Thielen's time with the Minnesota Vikings has reached its end. The club is releasing the 2-time Pro Bowler after 9 seasons with the team. He'll end his Minnesota career as one of the most accomplished undrafted players to wear the Viking uniform, finishing with the 3rd most receptions and receiving touchdowns in team history. The Vikings need to shed significant salary cap space ahead of the New Year's start, which occurs on March 15th. Prior to Thielen's release, Minnesota was nearly $15 million over the cap, according to SpotTrack. But by moving off Thielen, the Vikings will free up $6.4 million in space. That's all we've got for tonight, but we'll have a jam-packed weekend show tomorrow, so be sure to check it out. More news after the break.
Make next winter fun for your family with Mount Lacrosse. Season passes are on sale. Buy now for next year and ski the rest of this season for free. Stop out or visit us online to get your season pass today. Sale ends March 12th.
Update the floors in your home and save 11% on your flooring project at Menards. Great Lakes vinyl floors are perfect for any room in your home. Find a wide selection of waterproof and durable floors that are easy to install. Great Lakes vinyl floors also feature an attached pad for comfort and noise reduction. Heritage vinyl plank is only $329 after 11% rebate now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Jolivet Family Farms, known for farm fresh fruit and vegetables, but featuring so much more. Come see all that we have. Homemade bakery, large selection of locally produced honey, gourmet popcorn, craft beer, wine, and cheese, meat and seafood, arts and crafts, and so much more. There is no substitute for homegrown freshness. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
I enjoy working with businesses, seeing their vision and being there every step of the way to watch them become successful.
Union State Bank meets our personal and business needs.
At Contractor Supply, our motto is your partner in building excellence, and Union State Bank is all of that.
I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Union State Bank. I wouldn't have what I have today if it wasn't for Union State Bank.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Make next winter fun for your family with Mount Lacrosse. Season passes are on sale. Buy now for next year and ski the rest of this season for free. Stop out or visit us online to get your season pass today. Sale ends March 12th.
With every snowfall, our photographers go out to get video of the weather, and sometimes they find something special. Our chief photographer Chuck Oatsma takes us to one north side La Crosse block with very lucky neighbors.
I just started this winter, you know, I was doing a couple of houses, you know, people that couldn't get out, people that had gotten hurt, and I said, what the heck? You know, I got more time than anything.
It's really nice. I mean, it's so heavy and it's hard to get a lot of it up, and I can't lift that much right now.
Sometimes you do get it back. It may not be in the form of a dollar bill, gas, or I believe you get it back.
He usually does pretty much this whole big sidewalk though on the whole block here. A lot of great people around here who are more than willing to help people when they need like snow removal and stuff like that.
If it just be civil, I think it makes life a whole lot easier, especially when you're this close in houses. I don't know. Maybe it's just selfishness on my part, trying to keep everyone as happy as possible, but it works. Yep. If we get a significant amount of snowfall, you'll probably see me here.
Great gesture. And we'll be right back with a last look at your forecast.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
What does it cost to buy off a judge? For extremist Dan Kelly, he's for sale for $20,000. In 2020, Kelly conveniently changed his mind about whether to judge the Tim Zignego case. Kelly had recused himself. Then he pocketed $20,000 in contributions from Zignego and his family, and Kelly unrecused himself so he could judge the case. Justice shouldn't be for sale. Dan Kelly is too corrupt, too extreme.
Searching for gold at the end of the rainbow? Well, you can find it here at the King Furniture St. Patrick's Day sale, where now through St. Patrick's Day, you're gonna save some green. Get Shamrock with savings up to 60% off, plus 0% free financing, recliners, sofas, sectionals, and more. It's all here and it's all in stock and ready to be delivered. Let the shenanigans begin at the King Furniture St. Patrick's Day sale. Don't miss it.
Doing it small or doing it all? Enjoy the lowest price of the year during the 20th Annual Early Bird Home Show exclusively at the Board Store. A single window or a door. Do siding with your windows and doors. Replace the deck or add a sunroom. Do your kitchen, bath, and flooring all at once. All the products you need and the professionals to handle your project designed to completion. All this at the lowest price of the year during the 20th Annual Early Bird Home Show only at the Board Store.
Dad always said I was special, that I would do something big someday. But for a while, we were just worried about getting to tomorrow. At UW Health, we found the team that made it their mission. Not just to get me through the day, but to give me a new life and a new kidney. Now, my future is infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
Us.
This isn't us. Is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other? And when our phones have turned us into this? LT? What do you do when you're a company that sells them? We gotta fix this. It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. Feels good. And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Cloudy tonight, but dry. Lows in La Crosse around 27. Again, our next round of snow develops late tomorrow afternoon or into tomorrow evening. Most persistent tomorrow night, so watch those roads tomorrow night. 35 for the high, 34 on Sunday. Some lingering snow showers and still chilly to start next week. A little bit warmer by Wednesday. Highs back in the 40s.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill, and thank you all for joining us tonight. Have a great and safe weekend.